What's up, guys? It's Dekkster here, and Descent of Dragons has been out for about a week now, and well, they've already said there's going to be nerfs, so you craft with caution. There's definitely going to be a nerfs. What's going to be hit? Probably Shaman, probably other things too, hopefully Rogue. But yeah, let's jump into it. First, we got Dandam hitting rank 1 legend with this Highlander Rogue. Now, Highlander Rogue has been doing pretty solid, way better than anyone had thought, really. It has Galakrond in it, and you can't really upgrade your Galakrond that consistently because you only have 5 invoke cards, right? You got the Praise Galakrond, Seal of Fate, Devoted Maniac, Shield of Galakrond. Wait, it's only got 4. Yeah, so it's really inconsistent as far as getting that full activation, but I think you mostly use Galakrond for the lackey generation. You don't really need that claw. You don't really need to draw 4. You're fine with just drawing 2. But Highlander Rogue has a lot of wiggle room with stuff like Zephyrus and Dragon Queen because it can shadow step them. It could also, you know, shadow step other things like Kronks or really whatever you want to shadow step, I guess. It's a very flexible list, and I like that a lot. Now, I'm not sure it's like better than Death Rattle Rogue that we're going to be looking at in a second, but it is a very strong Rogue list, and the previous versions were running like Albatross and stuff like that. I think this is a lot more refined. It's probably not even in its final form yet, so check it out. Oh yeah, not to mention it has the insanely busted Necreum Apothecary. Being able to coin this out or just play this on 4 or even on 5, getting the value of not only drawing the Death Rattle but gaining the Death Rattle. It's gonna hit the Whelp, it's gonna hit the Warbringer, and you're gonna win the game. Got Gyong hitting rank 1 legend with this Galakrond Shaman. I guess the list is from Tyler, and it's very similar to all the other Galakrond Shamans that you're seeing out there. It does have a bit of a different package here, and that's why I'm kind of highlighting this. It has Archmage Vargoth in here, and you're like, why run Vargoth? Well, you got Farsight, right? Double draw off of Farsight is pretty good. On top of that, Dragon's Pack is insane. If you play Vargoth and then play your Dragon's Pack, you're going to summon 4 of those bad boys. That is a little bit too much value, you know? Also, like the double Invocation of Frost, it's not that bad. So while Vargoth has a limited amount of things that you can really hit with his effects, it's kind of worth running. I think Tyler was killing it with this as well, but yeah, Gyong hitting rank 1 legend. Shaman does seem to be an issue. They're going to nerf it somehow. Hopefully they announce the nerfs today. Yeah, Shaman feels bad to play against, but not only Shaman, but Apothecary Rogue and J. Alexander hitting rank 2 legend with this Warbringer Rogue build. Now, you're usually going to find your Apothecaries before your Warbringers, or at least find one Apothecary before both of your Warbringers. There is this situation where you find the Warbringers before your Apothecary, and then it's a little bit awkward, but then you can kind of hit them with the Anka, and then there's still 1 mana cards that buff your hand by +3/+3, right? Plus, we have the Carpet here, so the Carpet, you know, is allowing all your things to rush. Your Flybooters, the Sky Pirates or whatever that come out of them, the Pharaoh Cats, the Lackeys off the Miscreant, the Warbringers, after you've hit them with the Anka. And this deck just, it wins games, man. I'm sure you're seeing a lot of this, a lot of Necreum Apothecary being abused. So I really do hope it kind of gets touched by the nerf a little bit. Maybe just upping it 1 mana is enough. But in its current form, it's insanely strong. If you get coin here, you can coin out the Apothecary on 3, and then you pull the Warbringer. Your Apothecary hopefully dies, and then boom, your whole hand is super buff. You can also just play Necreum Blade on 3. Play the Apothecary on 4, maybe with a backstab, or maybe you just play it on 5. Then you break the blade, buff your hand, kill the Apothecary, buff it again. It's so good. It's insanely strong. And then if you're playing against an opponent who's maybe trying to race you down, but then you get the Warbringer buff on like your Scalehide, and then your Scalehide is huge and it has rush and it has lifesteal. Oh my gosh, it's insane. This deck it's really something. It's a good time for rogues right now. And again, a good time for Shaman with Mishail hitting rank 1 legend with this Overload Shaman. So this is not a Galakrond Shaman. So this leaves the question of is the problem really just Galakrond, or is it just Shaman in general? Now this list is it's tokeny. It floods the board. with a bunch of little dudes, and then you can buff them up with like Storm's Wrath, and then you just get these bloodlust effects through like Vicina. You just constantly chip at them through your small minions, you know, that you generate from Thunderhead, you generate from Voltaic Burst. And then you have all these other overload cards where you just have an insane amount of synergy with like the Unbound Elemental. The Lickum gets insane value from the overload. Surging Tempest is like kind of like Lickum, but it's a minion, right? Then of course the Thunderhead spawning the minions, the Vicina giving that half bloodlust. And then we also have Flesh Shaper, because you're gonna flood your board, you're gonna get those cheap Flesh Shapers, and then you can mutate the Flesh Shaper, of course, which maybe Flesh Shaper needs to be nerfed a little bit. Spirit of the Frog working well because you got a bunch of 0 manas, a bunch of 1 manas, a few 2 manas, the 3 manas, and it's just, you're constantly going to be pooling things. So this whole deck, very synergistic, again, hitting rank 1 legend. So if they just touch Galakrond, I'm worried this is going to be the best. So a really cool one that's been showing up recently, kind of a totally different take on Hunter here. I did make a video on this. This is Nohandsgamer hitting rank 18 legend with this budget toxic Britney Spears face hunter, right? Now this list popped up on Reddit as a budget deck. Someone hit legend with it. Hopefully I remember to link that guide. If not, it's in my other video. But yeah, this one really does a lot of face damage. And the thought process here, I believe, is there's no point in really fighting for board because of all these Galakrond shamans. They're just going to win board through all their rush minions, being able to constantly invoke, slamming these huge rushes. So why not just ignore board and go face? So we got a bunch of spells in here that go face. We have a bunch of minions in here that just kind of go face. I guess it's mostly spells, but we got Panini. So we have all this synergy with our hero power through toxic reinforcements. I guess we have Sharpshooter, which is mostly used as a 1/3 in my experience. We got Phase Stalker, which will pull these secrets from your deck, and then Misdirection to kind of protect your face a little bit, maybe hit them in the face. Explosive does a little more damage to their face on top of that. We have Eagle Horn Bow to kind of synergize with all these secrets that are going to be proccing. And then we have Unleash the Hounds. If your opponent does end up going wide, go Unleash the Hounds, slam a Timberwolf down, punch him in the face for a lot, maybe throw a kill command in there. And yeah, just constantly pressing that hero power, and they're kind of gonna die. Now we do have Spell Zerker in here, which you can hit with the rapid fire, and then that empowers your other spells, making your arcane shots do more, your other rapid fires do more, your kill commands do more. And you just you slap your own Spell Zerker, and you go to town on their face with the rest of your spells, and you just unload. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit sad that it's a face deck and it's uninteractive. It does struggle against decks that heal, but the thing is, it's mostly just like Shaman and Rogue on ladder right now, and they can't heal. So just go face, right? A lot of people asking me, why not just play some cards that cost more? Well, there's I don't know. You could throw Leroy in here, but he doesn't go face as well as Life Drinkers because of taunts. If your opponent plays Dragon's Pack or just plays a taunt in general, and then they have 5 health, and you have Leroy in hand, you could either Leroy and not kill them, or you could just play the Life Drinker and your hero power, and then you kill them. So Life Drinker does seem to be better than Leroy in many situations, but if you really want to try Leroy, go ahead and try him. I just think this is seeming to be a bit more optimal. So that's about it. Again, be careful crafting any of these. There is a nerf or announcement of a nerf. We don't know what the nerf is yet. We don't know when the nerf is coming. It might even come out like 2 hours after I release this video, for all I know. That would kind of suck. I mean, it'd be good for the meta, but suck because I spent time on this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit this with a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think should be nerfed and how they should nerf it. Because if they nerf only Shaman, Rogue's going to get out of control. If they nerf Shaman and Rogue, maybe Hunter's going to get out of control. And then Holy Wrath Paladin's still super strong, right? Just not that many people playing it because it's kind of boring, I think. And then, I don't know, maybe people just haven't experimented enough with Warrior and stuff like that. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Hit me with the thumbs. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.